Okay, so moving on, I'm going to show you how I colored my Lockhart apples. This again is Apples and Chintz by Karen Lockhart, and you can find all these Lockhart stamps at my good friend Susanna's store. Her link is on my sidebar. But I love Lockhart images, mostly because they're real life objects. They're fun to color. Today I'm making my apples more like a Red Delicious, so I'm using an E09 as my darkest, R24, R20, and then for the yellow part that will be at the top is YG01. And starting again with my darkest color, I'm having my light source this time come from here. So from the upper right quadrant, the light or the sun would be shining down, which means that the tops of my apples and these right sides are going to be the lightest. The left side of my apples and where they're going down into the bowl are going to be the shadowed areas. So just keep that in mind when you're coloring images. This really gives the apples dimension, shows that they're round, and really makes it look true to life. So with that in mind, I'm going to add my darkest color again in those areas that are going to be shaded. Let me turn this a little bit. You don't need a lot of the dark. And this color is E09 and E08. Great darker, they're red tone browns, and they're great to work with your reds for shadowing. I'm going to take my R24. I'm just coloring next to, and I want to leave this area here at the top of my apples clean because I'm going to come back in with my yellow green, which is today is YG01. Red Delicious apples always tend to have a little bit of yellowish green at their tips. Of course, you can make your apples any color. Granny Smith, you can make them green, but today I'm showing you how I make them Red Delicious. So then I'm going to take my R20 and I'm going to go back in and work over what I've done, leaving some area for that green yellow. And right now I'm just kind of laying down my color. I'm not really trying to blend yet because I'm going to add my yellow green now, make sure I leave space. And you can color right over your pink tones with this. Okay, so I'm happy with that. And now I'm going to take my R20 and just start blending. I'm working in small circles again to really work the color. And again, my dogs have decided to join me on my videos. This may take a couple times to blend. Red, any of the darker colors are going to be a little harder to blend. You have to work at them a little bit more. But that's a great thing about Copics is you can keep laying down color. I'm happy with that. I did a little boo-boo there. You can ignore that. I'm just going to make it work. Notice I didn't really color over that green yellow. I wanted to keep it more intense. And then I'm going to use G99 to add some color to my leaves. G24 is my mid-tone. I'm going to add just some right there. And then G20 I'm going to add to the tips. And then I would probably go in with one of my favorite browns, E25. Color those stems. And that's how I would do the apples. Now on my card I had added Diamond Glaze, one of my favorite products. I use it a ton. I probably have 10 of these bottles because I don't want to run out. It's by Judikins. Some people use Crystal Lacquer or Crystal Effects, same kind of thing. I just prefer the Judikins Diamond Glaze. You know, I would just go in and add quite a bit. I like it to be slightly raised. Of course, apples are shiny, so I would go in after I finish coloring my image and add Diamond Glaze and let that dry. And so then you would end up with apples that look like this. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and my next one coming up will be on Flower Soft. Thanks.